Your behavior in a group, just so you know, is going to translate to how you act outside of here. Individual sessions. If you're in an individual session and you have a therapist and it's the same session over and over, outside, if it's an individual therapist and you go to them outside of a treatment, that's fine. But in rehab, there's only so much time they have to really help you. So you have to help yourself. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over and over. It's like Groundhog Day. It doesn't work that way. When you go into treatment, you've got to be ready to participate. If you're not going to win anything from it. When I say win to me means progress. You're not going to gain any tools. And if you went in with low self-esteem and you've been clean and sober for 30, 60, 90 days and you relapse, that's part of life. I would expect you to have a relapse, whether it's emotionally or with any chemical that you're using, because the only thing you know to comfort yourself like a warm blanket is the drug, is the alcohol, is the food, the sex, the gambling, whatever it is that makes you feel good, like it's a warm blanket. That's what you're going to go to. So when you go into treatment, you've got to have tools that help you address these issues head on, not sideways, not around the corner, not over the top, not under the bottom, head on. It's not easy. It's painful. It's fearful to open up to people you don't know. It's fearful to be in a group of people you don't know and talk about something that's so intimate and so personal because you think they're going to judge you. And the reason is we have residual trauma from outside. We bring that into a treatment program. We think that everybody we meet in there is going to treat us sometimes the way they treat us outside. Or it's the exact opposite. You won't believe how many people I meet and talk to that tell me I met the love of my life in treatment. Really? Okay, how'd that work? Well, things didn't work out at the end. People go in for the right reasons. People go in for the wrong reasons. Many people go in, they're lonely. Many people go in because they don't have the support system they want. And here's the other thing. When you're in treatment, if you ever come across a therapist who crosses the line, report that therapist. Report that therapist to the administrator there. Report that therapist to the state. Many therapists cross the line. There's boundaries. When you have a session with them and you're done with them, there should be no contact with them, talking to them, texting them. A lot of rehab centers have different rules in place to where you can't have communication with the therapist for up to a year or a staff member. And that's the way it should be. Then again, the therapist might have been doing really well with you. So the owners or the administration said, okay, when you leave here, you can do therapy, but you always have to have some guidelines. Remember, the people in front of you are just as sick and sometimes sicker than you who are seeking treatment. You have to remember that. And it's the truth, 100%. People don't want to hear it. People don't like it, but it is. But the beauty of this industry, there's so many people that care. And that's like with anything, whether it's religion, whether it's politics, whether it's any industry, the entertainment industry, the sporting industry, there's great people. There's people who care. There's people you can learn from. There's people that will share their experience. Then there's the other side. The drug and alcohol industry is created to help people. But many people get into it to help themselves, if that makes sense. There's so many people that open up rehabs. There really has to be better rules and better laws about who can open up a damn rehab. Communities don't like the rehabs in there because they think everybody coming there is just a bad person or, God, they're disgusting, they're an addict. No, that's not the case. There's so much that people don't understand and realize about how this industry works, from state licensing to something called joint commission to, getting all the proper things that you need with a fire department. I mean, there's so many little things. And when people open up a treatment program, what's the first thing to do? How do we get clients? That's always a tough one. You see people that want to do better and help people. Well, how are you going to market it? Many people just open them and think they're going to do well. That's not how the world is. There's 3 industries that are never, ever going to go anywhere. And if they do, that's when the world ends. Babies are going to be born. So if you have a niche in that, you're damn good. Drug and alcohol is not going anywhere. Mental health. Why? Big corporations, hospitals, big pharma, they all play a part in it. And the last one, not one any of us want to be part of, is death, at least not now. So if you're in those, you're always going to have clients. Babies are going to be born. People are going to die. There's industries that are just amazing. But the drug and alcohol industry is something special.